Hey everyone, and welcome back, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Navy Federal Flagship Rewards credit card. So I'll be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $9,000 in free stocks, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Webull. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then deposit at least 1 penny. At that point, Webull will be sending you at least 3 free stocks worth, once again, all the way up to $9,000. Okay, so diving right into the main features of the Navy Federal Flagship Rewards credit card. First off, we are going to be discussing points and how you can earn them with this card. So you will be earning 3 points per dollar spent on purchases related to travel, and then on all other transactions, you will be earning 2 points per dollar spent. So all in all, pretty good there. Now with this card, there's also going to be a spend bonus as well. So as long as you're able to spend at least $3,000 within the first 90 days of having this card, an average of $1,000 per month, you will be receiving a spend bonus of 35,000 points that is going to be worth right around $350 in cash value. And once again, it really depends on whether or not you usually spend right around $1,000 per month and how easy that will be for you. Some people it might be easy, for others it might be a little bit more difficult. Now with this card, there's also going to be some other benefits as well. So just for instance, you will be receiving a free year of Amazon Prime. It is only going to be the first year only though. The second year, if you want to continue on with it, you will have to start paying for it at that point in time. In addition to that, you can also receive up to $100 in statement credits for either global entry or TSA pre-check every 4 years. On top of that, your rewards never expire, so you don't have to rush to use your points with this card depending what you want to use them on, because they will never expire, so it's definitely a plus as well. Furthermore, you're also going to be receiving worldwide automatic travel accident insurance, plus travel and emergency assistance as well. On top of that, you're also going to be receiving collision damage waiver, so you'll automatically receive collision damage waiver coverage when you rent a car for 15 days or less and pay for the rental with your covered rewards card. This coverage will be secondary though to any other insurance that you might have. So now that we went over the main features of this card, at this point in time, we are going to go ahead and dive into the APR and fees, because of course this is also super important as well. So as far as your purchase APR goes, starting out it is going to be anywhere between 15.24 to 18% depending on your credit worthiness. Then as far as cash advances go, on this channel we usually recommend to stay far away from cash advances. This of course should not be considered financial advice, just my own personal reasons. Usually with most other credit cards out there on the market, you're going to be paying a lot of interest on cash advances, plus a lot of fees as well. Now with this card, the interest rate and fees are not going to be nearly as high as other cards out there on the market, but you might want to think twice before taking out a cash advance. But if you do decide to take out one, just know that your APR on them is going to be 2% above your variable APR. So if your variable rate is 18%, then in that case, your cash advance APR is going to come in at 20%. Now with this card, you cannot do a balance transfer with it, so we're not going to be discussing the interest rate on that or the fees. Now of course, there are going to be some fees applied if you do decide to take out a cash advance, and those fees are going to be none actually if performed at a Navy Federal branch or an ATM by Navy Federal. Otherwise, it is going to be 50 cents per domestic transaction or $1 per foreign transaction. So with this card, it is a good bit less with other cards out there on the market, because typically with other cards out there, you might have to pay anywhere between 5 to 5% of the amount of each cash advance. So you're certainly paying less. However, you might want to use this as like maybe a last second resort. Now, as far as foreign transactions go, this is definitely a credit card that you can take with you if you happen to travel internationally, because there are no foreign transaction fees with this card. That's definitely a plus as well. Then as far as late or return payments, with this card, there is going to be a late or return payment of up to $20. Now, if you happen to slip up and pay late for the first time, you might be able to have that fee waived. However, I definitely would not push your luck too much further past in, because likely the second or third time that you pay late date, they will no longer be able to waive that fee. And at least with this card, the fee is only $20. With most other cards out there in the market, you're going to be paying a late fee of up to, let's say, like $40. Although you definitely do not want to pay late, so maybe set up auto pay, mark your calendar, do whatever you have to do, make sure that you are paying on time. And then finally, as far as the annual fee goes, every single year you will be paying an annual fee of $49. So now that we went over the main features of this card as well as the APR and fees, at this point in time, I'm going to go over what I would consider to be the biggest pros and drawbacks of this card. So we're going to start out with the good things. The first good thing, of course, is all the points you can earn with this card. So once again, on travel-related purchases, you will be earning 3 points per dollar spent. So you can definitely rack up some points on travel-related purchases. And then on all other transactions, you will be earning 2 points per dollar spent, which all in all across the board is also pretty good as well. Really the best you're going to receive across the board on all transactions. Now, the second good thing about this card is the fact that you can earn the 35,000 point spend bonus as long as you're able to spend at least $3,000 within the first 90 days of having this card. Once again, that's going to be a spend of $1,000 per month, which for some people might be easy, for some people might be difficult. Now, I definitely wouldn't go out there and spend on things that you normally wouldn't just to reach that spend bonus goal, because it really wouldn't make sense to spend like $1,000 on something that you normally wouldn't spend on just to receive $350 in benefits. But if you normally spend right around $1,000 per month on groceries, gas, other bills, stuff like that, and this would be something you'd put on your debit card or something like that anyways, you might as well put it on this card. That way you would be earning the 35,000 bonus points and receive the $350. Then also with this card, there are also no foreign transaction fees either. So if you happen to travel abroad, this is definitely a card that you can take with you and use because you won't be charged any extra fees for doing so. And then finally, you're also going to be receiving a free year of Amazon Prime, which is a pretty good value as well. Now keep in mind, you are only going to be receiving this for the first year. For the second year, if you want to continue on with it, you will have to be paying out of your own pocket. So those are the good things about this card. Now to go ahead and dive into the bad things. The first bad thing is the fact that yes, there is an annual fee of $49. That's definitely a drawback, that you will have to pay that every single year while having this card. So you will have to evaluate whether or not paying $49 for this card every single year is worth it for what you're receiving back in return. And then the second drawback about this card is yes, you will have to be a Navy Federal Credit Union member, which you may not be eligible for. So obviously, if you're not eligible to sign up for this credit union, then you will not be able to have this card. But just to sum things up here, all in all, I would say it is a pretty decent credit card to have. The fact that you can earn 3 points per dollar spent on travel, 2 points per dollar spent on everything else, the free year of Amazon Prime, and then the spend bonus of 35,000 points as long as you're able to spend the $3,000 within the first 90 days. For the first year alone, you're definitely coming out ahead just because you're only going to be paying a $49 annual fee. So you're getting some pretty good benefits out of this card. However, for the second year moving forward, you might actually be better with another credit card out there that you can earn like 2% cash back across the board, but not pay an annual fee. And with that, you can get something like the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card, which will do just that. But that's all we have for today's review. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.